All right, meme coins. Ready to dive into this crazy world.
Oh, absolutely. It's a wild ride for sure.
We're popping up everywhere, right? I mean, even the First Lady's got her own.
It's true. They really have captured the public's imagination. It's fascinating, really. You've got this collision of internet humor and, well, serious financial markets.
Yeah, it's a weird mix. But before anyone jumps in head first, we got to figure out if this is a legit opportunity or just a recipe for disaster.
Right, gotta separate the hype from reality.
Exactly. So we've got a ton of research here, articles about everything from Trump and Melania launching their own coins to expert warnings about scams.
Those rug pulls are a real danger.
We'll definitely dig into those. But first, what are meme coins? Really, how risky are they? And can you actually make money with these things?
Okay, good questions. First things first, most meme coins, they're not like Bitcoin or Ethereum. They don't really have that real world use,
So no practical applications.
Not usually. It's more about the community hype, the buzz on social media, and sometimes, yeah, celebrity endorsements.
So it's like the internet decides something is valuable and suddenly, boom, it is.
That's a pretty good way to put it. And speaking of endorsements, the whole Trump and Melania thing really threw this into the spotlight.
Launching their own coins, Trump and Melania. Talk about a headline grabber.
Yeah, it definitely blurred the lines, didn't it? Politics, culture, cryptocurrency, it all got mixed up. And remember what happened on Inauguration Day? Trump Key hit a $10 billion market cap.
10 billion.
It raised a lot of eyebrows, serious questions about ethics, regulation, potential conflicts of interest.
Whoa, hold on. $10 billion just based on the Trump name.
Pretty much. It shows just how speculative these coins can be. It's all about betting on whether the coin will catch on, attract more buyers.
Sounds kind of risky.
It is. That's the thing. These bets can backfire big time.
So how risky are we talking here? It's not like investing in a company.
Totally different. Meme coins. Super volatile. Up one day, down the next. One article we have here, it talks about someone who bought a coin for $60,000 and later sold it for $36 million.
Wait, what? $36 million? Are you serious?
No joke. A 600x return.
Wow. Okay, but that's got to be the exception, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's a great story, but you got to remember, for every big winner, there are tons of people who lose everything. In fact, one expert said that 97% of all meme coins ever created, poof, gone.
97%.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So is this like playing the lottery then?
You could say that. High risk, potentially high reward. You got to be aware of the risks, things like pump and dump schemes, rug pulls, and the fact that this whole area is pretty much unregulated.
Okay, pump and dump schemes, I get that.
Yeah.
But what about rug pulls?
Well, imagine this. The creators of a meme coin, they hype it up, get people excited, then boom, they disappear with all the money.
So it's like a bait and switch. And it's become way too common. So if anyone's thinking about getting into meme coins, they need to know how to protect themselves, how to spot these scams. One expert had some good advice. First, look into the liquidity pool tokens, see if they've been burnt. It's a way to make sure the developers can't just run off with all the money.
Okay, burnt liquidity pool tokens. Got it. What else?
Next, check if the ownership of the smart contract has been renounced. Basically, it means they can't mess with the code or create more tokens to dilute the value.
Okay, makes sense. Anything else to watch out for?
Yeah, look at how the tokens are distributed. If a small group holds most of the tokens, that's a red flag. It means they could manipulate the price.
So before we dive deeper into all of that, if you're finding this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe. We really appreciate the support. Now, let's talk about how meme coins actually work. You said they're typically built on existing blockchains, like Solana.
That's right. Using existing infrastructure is much more efficient than creating a whole new blockchain from scratch.
So it's like building on top of something that's already proven.
Yeah, exactly. Now, some meme coins claim to have a real use, beyond just being a meme. Like they might be integrated into play-to-earn games or offer staking options.
So there can be some real-world value driving them.
Sometimes. But let's be honest, most of the time it's still mainly about speculation and the strength of their online communities.
Which is where the meme part really comes into play, right? It's about that viral energy, the community, the shared belief in these coins.
Precisely. Harnessing the power of the internet to create financial momentum, it's a pretty powerful force if you think about it. It really is. I mean, look at Dogecoin, one of the earliest and most successful meme coins out there. Started as a joke, right? Based on that Shiba Inu dog meme.
Yeah, I remember that,
And
but it really took off.
the online community, they really got behind it. And then, of course, you had Elon Musk tweeting about it.
Yes, Elon. He loves to stir things up, doesn't he?
He sure does. And the market reacts. A single tweet from him can send the price through the roof.
So should we all just follow Elon's tweets and buy whatever he mentions?
Definitely not. That's a recipe for disaster. Remember, incredibly risky investments. You could lose everything. It's got to be about more than just hype. Do your research.
Right, research. So for someone who's thinking about getting into meme coins, they understand the risks. They're not just chasing hype. What should they be looking for? Where do they even start?
Okay, well, first off, don't jump into something just because it's trending or some celebrity mentioned it. Dig deeper. Look at the team behind the coin. What's their experience? What's their track record?
So look beyond the meme itself, right? Get into the nitty-gritty.
Absolutely. Understand the tech, what blockchain is it built on, any unique features, and most importantly, what's the community like? Active, engaged. Is there a vision for the future?
You mentioned red flags before, scams, rug pulls. Anything else people should watch out for when they're checking out a meme coin?
Yeah, pay close attention to the tokenomics. That's how the tokens are distributed and managed. For example, is there a small group that holds a ton of the tokens? That could be a sign they're going to try to manipulate the price later on.
You also mentioned burnt liquidity pool tokens and renounced ownership. Why are those important?
Well, they can be good signs. They suggest the developers are trying to make things more decentralized, less chance of a rug pull. Burning the LP tokens means they can't just pull all the liquidity out, leaving everyone with worthless tokens.
Okay, I'm following you. So burning those tokens, that's a good thing.
It can be. And renouncing ownership means they can't tamper with the code or create more tokens to mess with the price.
So it's not just about finding a meme coin with a funny picture or a catchy name, right?
Nope. Gotta look for signs that it's legit, transparent, and that they're actually trying to build a real project.
Long-term vision, not just a pump and dump.
Exactly. But even then, even if everything looks good, only invest what you can afford to lose.
Right, no putting your life savings on Dogebank Inu just because the name makes you laugh.
Haha, yeah, good point. Meme coin world, it's like the Wild West of crypto. Exciting, unpredictable, you could win big or you could lose it all.
Speaking of wild, let's go back to those Trump and Melania coins. Their launch, that really felt like things went to a whole new level. Meme coins hitting the mainstream.
Yeah, it was a turning point. On the one hand, it brought a lot of attention to the crypto world, but it also brought up some ethical concerns. I mean, politicians getting involved in this, there's a lot of potential for conflict of interest.
Yeah, it's kind of like insider trading, but with crypto.
That's a good way to put it. And there were reports that the companies behind those coins, they held a big chunk of the tokens themselves. So there's that question of price manipulation.
So much to think about.
Yeah.
So what's the takeaway here? Should people just avoid meme coins altogether? Or is there a safe way to navigate this, maybe even make some money?
Well, that's the big question. It really depends on each person, their risk tolerance, their financial goals, and how much they really understand this market.
So no easy answers, huh?
Yeah.
No magic formula.
Afraid not. And this whole landscape is always changing. But hey, we can break down some key takeaways to help people make smarter decisions.
Sounds good to me. So first things first, why are people so drawn to meme coins in the first place? What's the appeal?
Well, for some, it's the community aspect. Meme coin communities, they're often very active, very engaged online. It can be attractive for people who are looking for a sense of belonging, a shared purpose.
Like you're part of an exclusive club with all the inside jokes and the lingo.
Exactly. And then there's that FOMO factor, the fear of missing out. You see people bragging about their gains. The coin is pumping. You don't want to be left behind.
Especially when you see it all over social media. Everyone seems to be getting rich quick.
And that's the danger zone. You might buy at the peak and then watch it all come crashing down.
So FOMO, that's a big trap in this world.
Huge trap. And then, of course, there are those who just love the gamble. The higher the risk, the higher the potential reward. Turn a small investment into a fortune.
Like playing the lottery, but with memes.
Haha, good analogy. But just like the lottery, the odds of winning big, they're slim. Most people end up losing.
So for our listeners who might be tempted by all of this, but also want to be smart about it, what's the key takeaway?
I think the most important thing is to go into this with your eyes wide open. Know the risks. Don't let greed or FOMO cloud your judgment.
Stay cool-headed. Think rationally.
Exactly. Treat it like any high-risk investment, maybe even gambling. Only invest what you can afford to lose, and do your research.
So don't just throw money at a coin because it has a cute dog or a funny name.
No way. Look beyond the meme. Look into the team, the technology, the community. Know what you're buying.
And remember those red flags. Concentrated token ownership, lack of burnt LP tokens, unrenounced ownership.
All warning signs. Tread carefully.
Okay, so let's say someone has done their research, they understand the risks, but they're still interested. What tips would you give them for navigating this crazy market?
We'll start small. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread the risk. Invest in a few different projects.
Diversify, like you would with any investment.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to take profits along the way. If you're lucky enough to see a coin pump, don't get greedy. Secure your winnings.
It's tempting to hold on and hope it keeps going up,
But it rarely does. Sometimes the best move is to lock in those profits. And remember, timing is everything in this market. Meme coins are so volatile, be ready to act fast.
sounds like you need nerves of steel for this.
Yeah.
Not for the faint of heart.
You said it. High risk tolerance is a must.
Yeah.
And you gotta be okay with the fact that you could lose it all.
So this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme, more like a high-stakes game. You need to be informed, be vigilant, and maybe have a little luck on your side.
That's a perfect way to describe it.
Okay, so bringing it back to our listeners, should they stay away from meme coins completely? Or is there a place for them in a balanced investment portfolio?
That's a tough one. It's a personal decision. Depends on each person's risk tolerance, financial goals, all of that.
No one-size-fits-all answer.
Nope. But regardless of whether you invest or not, I think it's important to understand this whole phenomenon. It's a reflection of our culture, where memes, social media, and the financial markets all come together.
It's a crazy world we live in.
Yeah.
So any final thoughts for our listeners about meme coins before we wrap things up?
I think the main thing is to remember, meme coins, they can be fun, exciting, that sense of community, but they are incredibly risky. Don't get caught up in dreams of getting rich quick.
Yeah, if it sounds too good to be true.
Right. Especially with meme coins. Always do your research, be careful how much you invest, and be ready for the possibility of losing it all.
Great advice. We've talked about a lot today, what meme coins are, the risks, the rewards, the whole thing.
Yeah, we covered a lot. The Trump and Melania thing, how meme coins went mainstream, the role of community, of course those scams, the rug pulls.
And that whole social media aspect. How someone like Elon Musk can move the market with a single tweet. But do your own research, don't just follow the hype.
Exactly. Think for yourself. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement and make bad decisions. That's why it's so important to do your homework and be careful with your money.
Absolutely. So as we wrap up, what's the one thing you want our listeners to take away from all of this? What's the most important thing to remember about meme coins?
Meme coins, they're fascinating, right? They show how internet culture, celebrities, and the financial markets, how it's all connected now, but they're also super risky.
High risk, high reward, but mostly high risk.
Exactly. So before you jump in, ask yourself, am I just looking for a quick gamble? Or do I really believe in this coin, the community behind it?
That's a good question to ask. And if you do decide to invest, be smart about it. Do your research, don't invest more than you can afford to lose, and be prepared for the ups and downs.
Good advice.
Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the crazy world of meme coins. Hope you enjoyed it.
We always encourage you to keep learning, stay up to date on all the latest crypto news, and be careful out there.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and maybe, just maybe, you'll find that meme coin that takes you to the moon.
Happy trading, everyone!